And I think we are starting. Yeah, it looks like we've started. Guys, thanks for coming by. I am going to switch into English mode for this because I want to know who is my audience. That's right. I want to know who's watching this. I want to know who's listening because honestly, I don't know. I've been looking at the algorithm and it seems that there's like this weird kind of like glitch that a lot of my audience is not really studying English, if you know what I mean. My channel is totally designed to be, well, in my opinion, some sort of like educational channel about learning English, about learning American English. And that's who I expect my audience to be. So I was looking at the analytics and it looks like my audience is a little different. Now, I don't want to talk about the details of this too much because I made a few videos that kind of emphasized a few certain people that, you know, was popular with a certain group of people. But what I'm saying is that those people aren't necessarily learning English to a degree of dedication that I'm kind of expecting, if that makes any sense. So anyway, I am trying now, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am really trying to shift the content to you, the people actually learning how to speak English more like a native person, you know what I mean? More like an American, more like a Californian, you know what I mean? Like I want to focus on accent and I want you guys to focus on accent. So the beautiful thing is that as I've been walking around Tokyo, a lot of you have been saying hi to me and I really appreciate it. And you've been telling me things, you've been telling me stories and I've been listening. And I think it's kind of really fascinating, the stories that you guys are telling me because you actually watch my videos and I actually, how do you say, pay attention to what I'm making in a sense. Like I make my videos and I'm very specific on what I do. So I want to know what you guys think. I want to know why you guys are watching. I want to know, you know, like it's the, a weird kind of feedback thing, but like when you're, for example, learning a language and nobody gives you feedback, nobody corrects you, nobody says like, hey, you're a little off, your grammar's a little off, you know what I mean? Like nobody corrects you in reality, right? And so getting feedback is super important. Now, when I make videos, it's the same thing. I make videos, I put them online, and then a lot of, feedback comes through the internet. You know, I see comments, I get emails and stuff like that. But meeting people in reality, that's the best feedback that you can possibly get. So I'm excited to meet more of you. And I want to meet more of you out in reality as I walk around, right? Because to be honest, I am traveling right now in a sense, like I'm in Tokyo for the first time in like a few months. I came last year. It's a long story. I used to live here. I'm happy to be back. I'm not going to be here too long because I don't have a working visa. So, you know, there's certain parameters to my situation. But basically, guys, I'm here in Tokyo. So let me just seriously look at one thing. I want to see if this is working or not. I have the chat set up and let me just see if it works because I want to see, make sure you guys, how do you say, can say hi and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get this angle correct because I'm using a new camera and it's got a really wide lens and I don't want it to show too much of my tiny room here in where I'm staying. I don't even want to reveal where I'm staying with everybody because I don't know if you guys know, but like it's just a thing that there are a lot of people that do recognize me and one of those things you just got to be careful of, like I don't know, stuff, the internet, securities, things like that. Like, and it's crazy because like I do talk to people every day, like new people. And today I was talking to a gentleman from, let's just say, Africa. And we're having this long conversation, but he was talking about all this stuff. And I was like, whoa, 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 whoa. This conversation's too much for me right now. I really do appreciate meeting you, but it was a very how do you say, dark story, you know? And like, I'm just a guy at a cafe and I'm more than happy to talk to anybody. But when we do have conversations, we want to have positive conversations usually, right? We want to focus on the right thing. We want to focus on good things. And man, I was stuck in the conversation. I didn't know what to say. It was a really dark situation. How do I get out of it, right? And so I just had to go to the bathroom, and I kind of delayed coming back. Well, then I met a Korean girl, and she was smiling at me, and I don't know why, right? But I, started talking with her, and she said she's learning English, and then I showed her my app, and it was like this kind of like, oh, this is the kind of conversation I want to have, right? And then I finally went back out, and I didn't see the gentleman anymore. He had moved on, and so it is what it is. Things happen, conversations happen, but are you ready, right? As I go outside, hey, Rinmasu says hi. Good, somebody is paying attention. I appreciate it. I'm glad that you're watching. Thanks for coming by. I honestly don't want to be live streaming inside of the room. That is, long story short, I'd rather be outside. I could pick up the camera, I think, and it works. Let me see. Yeah, because this new camera is basically live streaming wirelessly. So wirelessly. There's a vocabulary word, wirelessly. But yeah, I could technically bring the camera outside and walk around and do this, but I prefer not to film in public just because I want to make sure you guys can hear. You got to have good mics, and then you have to have a good everything. You have to have like a really good everything if you're going to be shooting on location, basically. And I don't have that. Ah, really? Rinmasu says, Ora de Hatsuon no benkyou ganbattemasu. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it because I was talking to the Korean girl, and she's like, I study English, right? I'm like, cool. But then what I did, I pulled out my app and I was translating from English into Korean. And I was showing her the color system, and she would, she didn't really speak English though. So, but she was smiling at me. So I knew, just psychologically, that we were connecting as humans. But there was a kind of like a language barrier, right? And honestly, if you want to learn English, you got to listen to what I'm saying. Like I have a few things, tools, lessons that can help you. So I'm glad that you're using Aura. Like I really appreciate it. And I hope that you can use it a little more. AU says something in kanji. That's amazing. Something sha. I really appreciate your effort there. Thanks for stopping by. I'm glad that you can make a comment like that I can't read. Beautiful. As we all know, I can't speak Japanese that well, and the kanji is really hard. I mean, there's a few that I can read, then there's a lot that I can't read. So anyway, yeah, so I wanted to walk around and do this like out in the street. In one way, I wanted to make some sort of live stream out in the street because I wanted to show you guys what it's like to be an English speaker and to be kind of like brave enough just to talk to anybody. And that's kind of like a bad habit that I have, I guess, is that I can talk to anybody and just talk to random people too. So I wanted to show you a bit of the adventure, what it's like, and I would prefer to be doing this live stream outside. But like I said, I want you guys to hear everything that I gotta say, because when I was in the cafe talking to the Korean girl, I realized that a lot of what I want to explain, I had to explain in Korean if she was going to understand, because if I explain in English, she's not going to understand. So the same feeling is like happening right now. I want to explain a lot of things to you guys, but I really want to make sure you guys understand the basics. So that's why I explain a lot of things in Japanese. But the true success, if you really are going to become bilingual, is you got to be focusing in English as many hours in a day as possible. And so, for your benefit, I am trying as hard as I can just to speak English to you guys. So cheers. I hope it's working. I hope you're learning something. So are you in Kyoto? No, not in Kyoto. I am in Tokyo right now. So Kyoto is really fun. I would love to go to Kyoto again, but how do you say? I'm kind of trying to work, if that makes sense. Like, I like traveling. I enjoy being able to go to Kyoto or Bangkok, for example, or going back to California, for example. But a lot of you guys, are in Japan. And so then again, a lot of you guys are in Tokyo, or at least the Kanto area. It's just like a numbers game. So basically, I felt that it was beneficial to be in Tokyo because there's just more connections that can happen here. What do you do in Tokyo? I'm a YouTuber. That's what I make videos. One of the things that I'm thinking about is making a video out in the street with foreign tourists, but I also want to make videos that are going to be seen by people too. I want to make popular videos. I don't want to make boring videos, right? I want to make videos that are interesting. So the other day, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I released a bunch of shorts, and those shorts, people are clicking it, right? And so, okay, so I need to edit more shorts. So basically the next 2 days, I think, tomorrow and Tuesday, I'm just going to be editing some shorts and releasing it just to make sure, to see if you guys are interested or not. Like I said, I want to be doing interesting things, interesting titles, interesting headlines, interesting thumbnails. And yeah, a lot of people talk about, famous people. It's just, it's a casual conversation starter. And so I think it's really smart. I think it's really cool to see and to listen to all these people. And I think it's beneficial for you guys. So I do want to keep making the videos. I also want to create other popular kinds of videos. The problem, and it's not a problem, it's just an issue, is that once you do like a street interview kind of video, then you have to make like 10 street interview kind of videos so the algorithm recognizes it. So yeah, I mean, still, that's just a general idea or a general concept that may or may not be true because the algorithm is so mysterious, and at the end of the day, you just don't know until you try it. It's trial and error with YouTube a lot of the time. So for me to waste time, and I don't want to say waste time, but like spend a lot of time to make a video that nobody sees is kind of discouraging. You know what I mean? But that's just the way it is. Like, even if you guys are learning English, there's going to be a lot of discouraging moments. There's going to be moments where you want to give up. There's going to be moments when you're really trying hard, but you don't see any benefit. You don't feel any return. You don't feel like you're getting better. Oh, wait, look at this. Somebody in Korean is talking, or somebody with a Korean name. 韓国人です。どうも。いつも、先生の映像、見ながら、日本語と英語の、マジですか？すごいですね。俺、さっき韓国人と、喋ってて、その韓国人が、韓国人の韓国人やから、日本語も英語もできなかったって感じ。だから、じゃあ、英語を勉強しましょう。それとも日本語でもいいんですけれども、俺だって、무슨 하는지, 한국 사람이죠? それで韓国語できないから、なんか話なんないな。で、そういう気持ち結構、なんだろうねって、喋りたいけど、ね。でも、言語通じてなくて、なんか残念って感じ。ね。本当にその気持ちが ちょっと公開って感じね。But, you know, I speak Japanese, I speak English. It's like, how many languages do I have to speak? Because learning Korean, oh my gosh, that sounds like a really hard... But I appreciate your ability to learn both English and Japanese by watching my video. So you watch English for like the good English, right? And then you watch my videos for the bad Japanese, like, oh, don't talk like him. You know, it's like I'm inspiration on both ways. Don't listen to my Japanese. You'll learn how to sound bad. But if you listen to my English, you'll learn how to sound perfect. So yeah, pretty interesting. By the way, yeah, cram school. 英語力、してほしいです。英語力診断。診断ってなんだろうね。Oh, like making videos about the different schools. That would be interesting. I don't know about cram schools per se, but like I know there's so cram school, huh? Yeah, because like already I think I know the answer, but it doesn't make sense unless I really show stuff about cram schools. But I can already say right now that if you're watching an English lesson, you're not really paying attention to what's important, and what's important is the sound. And so, yeah, but that would be an interesting topic for sure. It's just like, how do I do it? Yeah. And then I recommend you Masao Seki and Kyoji Nishi. I'll check it out. I'll take a look, okay? Here, I'm gonna blow my nose, but I don't want to do it on the camera. Hold on. すごいです。Yeah, guys, it's what, December right now, or almost December? No, it's November, and it's getting so cold. I'm not gonna lie. As a Californian, I was kind of raised in perfect weather, so when it gets cold, it gets kind of harsh. It gets kind of painful, and everybody has to deal with it, and you know, you do as well, I do as well. But I don't have to stay in Japan, you know? Like, I can go back to America where it's warm in the wintertime. So, you know, but that's a separate thought right there. So, have you ever thought of working English or working talking by day? That's an interesting question. Yeah, I've thought about it. It's just that during the day, I'm busy editing videos, you know? So, it's a weird, so basically I could possibly get a job at an English company, but I would have to sacrifice my time. And if I sacrifice too much time, I can't make videos, because in a certain day, you only have so much strength, you know? And 8 hours a day is more than enough to work, right? But if I had to go in and like go to an English school and work, and then go home and like edit, it might be too much for me, because I don't know, I'm not exactly here to work too much, if you know what I mean. I'm here to help you guys. And when I can help you guys with a camera and I can help thousands of people, it becomes really hard to just, you know, get a job at some place just because I want a visa. But I do want a visa. I do want to stay, and I do want to help you guys. So I don't know. It seems kind of like a weird decision to make, if to get a job. It's like, but I have one. I'm editing video. I'm working right now, you know. So the English teachers for passing. Oh, I think yeah. And I think it's very clear that English tests are a scam. I mean, not a scam, but it honestly, can you hear that? Pretty loud, I know. I'm pretty close to the station too, so you can hear like the train and stuff. And it's like, oh my God, the sound of the train at night. How beautiful is that, right? But yeah, the English tests are a scam because it doesn't mean anything, you know? Like, if I talk to you and you speak English, I'll know it, pretty quickly. I can, 10 minutes at the most, I can really assess your ability to speak English, like at the most, So, yeah, tests are, I'm sorry you have to take them. I'm sorry. I don't know what else to do other than teach you right now. You know what I mean? Like, just, hey, just when you're fluent, there's no tests to prove it, just people feel it, So anyway, yeah, I would like to make a video about that. It's just what's the right way, because what I'm going to say is, like, I can't talk to the schools, because they're going to be arguing that you should take the test, right? But maybe I should. Maybe I should just get their perspective, and do like an interview, investigative video. That'd be kind of fun. I'm going to think about that. I've never thought about that before. And I really appreciate you writing that, because I could be like an investigative journalist, and I go to the cram school and I interview a teacher. That'd be great, right? And I let them tell their story. And then, we go on our way and I tell my version of the story. So, hey, it's Love Mahamketsu. I remember you. Thanks for coming back. You want to know why I remember you, because your name says Love. And there's, not a lot of people that have love in their name, So, thanks for coming back. And it's getting cold, and it's getting too cold, actually. So I know what you're saying, but probably be hard to get a job in Tokyo and Japan. If you're over 40 years, probably you can get a job in Tokyo one day. Yeah, but like I said, not exactly trying to get a job. And actually, it'd probably be easy to get a job, because if I go to a school, I could probably negotiate some sort of like, hey, I'm a YouTuber, so I'll make you a video, like I can negotiate. No worries about that. But like I said, I'm not really looking for a job. I'm just looking for a piece of paper that allows me to stay here longer, so I can help you guys further. And I can help you guys a lot better by literally being able to do more live streams like this, meeting with you guys one-on-one. Like 2 weeks ago, I emailed a bunch of you, and yeah, I emailed everybody that downloaded my app. And if you guys haven't downloaded my app, I highly encourage you to download my app. But anyway, I emailed everybody. I was like, hey guys, let's meet up. Let's hang out. And a few of you came out, I've met like over 10 of you probably by now. And I've met actually a lot more just randomly in the street. So that's been really beneficial for me. And I would like to do that more often. I would actually, honestly, every day I could talk to you guys. It's not a problem. I just would prefer to meet you guys like, how do you say this? So if I'm gonna go around Tokyo to meet everybody, right? There's just too much, it's just too much movement, and it's too much, it's inefficient basically right now. But if you guys were able to come to like my office, it would be a lot easier for me to help as many people as possible. Does that make sense? So yeah, I kind of want to get an office, honestly, and I would set up office hours that anybody can meet me and come on down and have a conversation. But I'm going to keep thinking about that, because like that's kind of sort of my plan, to be honest. So we'll see about that though, because getting that kind of visa is kind of expensive. So, the videos on YouTube have to start doing better, basically, to get that visa. But we'll see. If you guys like the videos, then everything's going to be okay. But that's my job to make videos that you guys want to watch, right? So, kind of catch 22 on everything, but still, that's the plan. We're moving forward, and we're gonna see what happens. So, I just want to make a video. I just want you to make a video about the English skills. Okay, well, I'll get those. Okay, that makes sense. I'll try to remember that, or you know what? Here, I can make a note of it. Here, I'll watch this. I think I can go Command Copy. And I'll just put that in a memo, and then we go Command Paste, and then there we go. We have a new idea for a video. Thank you. Yeah, also too, like when I try to, this is just me, but like when I'm trying to have a conversation with people, I try not to like look at my phone or look at my anything. I'm trying to pay attention to you. So like taking notes and stuff is like, oh, I'm trying to focus. But yeah, it's good to take notes every once in a while, guys. So if I ever do say anything and you're like, oh, that was smart or something, just write it down, make a note, remind yourself. So, yeah, pretty cool. This is private lessons because there's rich guys. Wait, you might have some private lessons because there are rich guys in Tokyo. Yeah, I mean, I could, again, I can do private lessons online too, it's not a problem. The thing is that I don't want to do private lessons though. I don't want anybody to do private lessons. That's like the whole catch. I want you guys to like not have a teacher. And I tried to demonstrate that like 2 weeks ago. I didn't make a video because I was still kind of like feeling it. And people get really shy in front of the camera. But like, I talked to like 3 or 4 people in like 20 minutes in English on the streets, random people, a European lady, a Korean photographer with long hair, some dude with like curly hair. Like today I met the African guy and the Korean girl. I talk to people all the time in English. You can too. You just got to do it. And I don't know how else to say it. And so it's like, oh, I just got to show it, So I kind of want to make a video like that. But yeah, it's just weird, like I said, because when you make a video and like people get weird, but then whatever, there's so many videos with people getting videotaped, like maybe I should just do it, right? I don't know. I digress. I don't want to think too much about it. I just want you guys to like not go to school. So I don't want to be making private lessons, right? I gave you guys an app for free, right? And then I created this color system to like teach, right? So I don't have to give lessons, right? Because you just watch those lessons, right? And then I give you the flashcard system because flashcards is the best way to learn, right? It is your responsibility to talk to 1,000 people, like not a teacher. 1000人より1000人って、山の上の1000人じゃなくて、街の中の100人、1000人と話してくださいって感じですね。So, if I am going to be a teacher, I'm going to do it by example. And that is by me just showing you how easy it is to talk to people. Yeah. I could do private lessons, but I don't want that for anybody. So it's not a matter of money either. It's just really, no, this is how you learn another language, like don't go to school. Like, I swear, stop going to school is like the message, like if there was ever a message, it's just like, stop going to school. School is not cool. All right, got to graduate, get out onto the street, get out into reality, and just start talking. I'll make a video. That's awesome that you remember me. Yeah, ありがとう。Yeah, どういたしまして。Mori Tetsu. Yeah, I made the video about Mori Tetsu, but he put a copyright claim on the video. Whatever. I mean, there's hypocrites and then there's hypocrites, right? And it's just funny, hilarious actually, that Mori Tetsu actually made videos critiquing other Japanese people's English. Like, the hypocrisy is mind-boggling, to say the least. But when you're invested in a broken system, you have no choice but to keep playing the broken system, if that makes any sense. So, like I said, my goal is to get you away from TOEIC and TOEFL. My goal is to get you away from schools and teachers. My goal is to be like the last teacher that you guys ever listen to, because the people that are actually going to teach you anything that's real are real people in reality. Like, I met one of my kohai the other night, and she was telling me a story about Mexican food in Japan. The funny thing is, I already knew the story because I'm a Californian, but she was telling me a story that she had heard from another American, right? Good for her, because she was getting real information from a real person, right? But she was telling me like she was almost like teaching me or something, a little bit, right? But I was like, yeah, I know. Like, every Californian knows this story, you know? Like, everybody knows it. But it was just cute that she was like getting real information from real people. And I really thought that was cool, because that's what you're supposed to do, guys. You're supposed to get out there and talk to real people. So, thank you. Insecure. Yeah, I know. And what's crazy is I sent a DM to another YouTuber, and I was like, hey, let's make a video. No response. So I think that maybe, people don't want to work with me because what I have to say goes against their philosophy. Does this make sense? Like, if I talk to an English school, I don't agree with how they're teaching. Does this make sense? I think they're doing it wrong. And I have to have the freedom to say that, because if nobody tells you this, you're not gonna, you guys are stuck, you know? There's a rumor going around the world that says Japanese people have trouble with English, right? It has nothing to do with your genetics, all right? It has everything, 100%, everything with how you are studying English, you know? And it's, for lack of a better word, well, a lack of a better phrase, it's not helping you. The way, the how-to of learning English is not helping you. It's not benefiting you. If you listen to me and what I say, you should be graduating in 6 months, 10 months, all right? And I've been YouTubing for quite a long time, a few years now. I would hope that all of you literally speak English by now. You know what I mean? Like, when are you gonna graduate? When are you gonna start talking? When are you gonna, like, make a friend, you know? Like, when are you gonna get it? When are you gonna get outside? When are you gonna go? When are you gonna do? When are you gonna be an English speaker? And it starts now, just by listening, right? And every day, you just dedicate to getting better and transforming your mind. And you can become a native, like, speak like a native person way faster than what whatever you're doing right now, with whatever textbook, with whatever classroom. Like, if everybody listened to me, everybody would be quitting school today, which would be a shock to the economy. So it's not really fair. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's why I say I think other YouTubers might be scared to do a video with me because I'm going to speak the truth. And that's what's going to help you guys, the truth. So, you, はい、カイ先生。まあ、先生ではなくて、先輩の方がいいんじゃない先生になりたくないからね。But, thank you. I appreciate it. Thanks for watching. I'm trying to, basically, make videos that you guys like. I want to try new things. I want to experiment. And I want to be successful, you know, like as a video maker. Does that make sense? I want people to watch my videos and I really want you to learn. So how do you do it? What do you do? There's so many different things. Like you just copy other people. Do you do something original? Blah, 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 blah. One thing I'm thinking of, what do you guys think? I'm going to do, ちょっと街でブラブラして、外国人の英語をレベルチェックする。どうですかストリートで。Anyway, that's my idea. I spent my childhood in the USA, but it's been almost 20 years, so I have less opportunity to communicate with you. Oh, that's fine. Go outside. Go to a Starbucks. I swear to God, if you are in Tokyo, there are English speakers everywhere. Every day. I hear English when I walk outside. Here's a story, all right? And this is and I understand, Yuzan, I understand, because when I was in California, I didn't have a lot of chances to speak Japanese because there were not a lot of Japanese people. Now, you go outside in California, you don't hear Japanese. Even if you go to a sushi restaurant, you most likely would hear Korean as opposed to Japanese. You know what I mean? Like, you just don't hear Japanese in America. So I understand that feeling of not having anybody to talk to. But what I'm saying, though, is in Tokyo, I literally hear English every day. And it comes from all sorts of places. I hear Australian English. I hear French English. Today I heard African English, right? Like there's a lot going on. And if you just get outside and say hi, you can start practicing and get that communication muscle going again, right? But when I was in Hollywood, here's a story. And I'm only going to say it. I don't want to I'm not like bragging or anything. I'm just going to say it, okay? I was in Hollywood with my friend. We were going to the dog food store, really high-class dog food, freshly made dog food. There's a cook that cooks fresh dog food in Hollywood, okay? Famous store, really popular. All the rich people go there. Anyway, I was in the store with my friend, and I heard Japanese. Just like some guy was talking to a girl and it was clearly Japanese because I speak Japanese. So instantly I said, "Ara, 日本人がいらっしゃるんですか?" Like I kind of like looked around, you know, but even though 目の前に行ったのに、どうもどうも、ちょっと久しぶりに日本語聞いたから、すいませんね。どうもどうも、日本語できるかで、そっから会話になったんですよ。ね。で、まあ、たまたまなんですけれども、その人の隣に立ってた女の子がローラでした。So, you know, you go outside, and if you hear English, just be genuinely curious. Like, oh, wow, hey, so you're British? Just 勝手にいきなり just 声かけてください。 it's okay if you're genuine. You're like, oh wow, I'm not used to hearing British English. Like, you know, you tourist? Like, whatever, just そっからスタート。で、まあ話し切るのが難しいかもわかんないけど、まあ、無視されてもいいかなって。It's like, I don't know what's gonna happen after you start a conversation, but the goal is to at least start the conversation, okay? Because even today when I met the Korean girl, she didn't speak Japanese. Because I was like, よろしくお願いします. And she's like, what? And then she didn't really speak English, right? But she was like looking at me and smiling. So I was like, okay, this is friendly, this is connection, right? But そっからはって感じ？これからなんて言えばいいかな？だって彼女が英語できないし、日本語できないし、俺逆に韓国語できないから。But that's okay. That's another experience, right? And that experience, at least for me, was a learning experience because I realized that my app works in Korean. Look, I looked this up and you can see it right there. But I showed her my app and I was like, hey, look what you can do with my app. And she obviously read it and understood it. And it was kind of an amazing moment for me, at least, because my app that I kind of designed, me and my business partner had designed it together, but we had talked about creating a function where you can have every language. So it's not just Japanese English, it's Korean English, Chinese English, Spanish English, German English. It's a dictionary. I created a dictionary and you can do this, you know, like translate this with people and actually have a conversation. Like my app is fucking awesome, guys. I communicated with a Korean girl that doesn't speak English, doesn't speak Japanese, and I don't speak Korean. And yet we were able to have a conversation. So get out there, say hi to people, and make something happen. But it's got to be a conversation, not like this. I hate talking to myself, I'm not going to lie. You guys are watching, that makes it easier for me. I literally can talk all day. It's just a matter of like, do I want to talk all day? And no, I don't. I'd rather have a conversation. So I appreciate you guys showing up to the live stream. Unfortunately, I just don't want to, I hate live streaming inside my room. Ever since I've been kind of traveling, I haven't been putting a lot of value on getting like a nice place to stay. Honestly, a cheap place to stay is totally cool with me because I'm traveling. You know, I'm in Bangkok, I'm in Da Nang, I'm in Mexico City. I want to do more, but I'm realizing so much that like when I travel, it is kind of distracting from just making more videos, right? So anyway, I'm still learning. I'm still trying to become better at being a filmmaker, and your guys' input really is important for me. And hopefully my videos are useful for you, right? And hopefully everybody wins. So win-win situation. That's the only thing that I want to be creating. And hopefully you guys are thinking win-win situations too. Like, how do I speak English and make money, right? How do I speak English and make a new friend? How do I speak English and do something exciting? Like you want to like get those win-win situations. Love Hakumatsu with all these sticker things going on. Nice. Okay, I think that's true. I try to watch English movie YouTube to retain my English level. I wish I could continue to speak perfectly like Chico-san. Yeah, but you just go outside. Like I'm telling you, like if you're in Tokyo, gotta get out and you gotta go somewhere where there's a lot of foreigners and they're out there. Tokyo, they're out there. And I know they're in Kyoto as well because I made a video in Kyoto. And I was speaking English. I talked to like 20 people one day, I think. It was just ridiculous. So I'm looking at the replay on the video because there's like a slight delay and it's like the Starbucks thing. Yeah, if you guys know me, you know where I'm at. I actually go to the cafe every day and kind of try to work and edit and think of ideas and stuff like that. So if you guys ever want to come out and visit me, let me see. If you guys ever want to come out and visit me, I'll just say it right now. You can come over to, what's this? You can come over to my Instagram. Yeah, I think that's a reasonable thing right there. So come over to my Instagram and hit me up. I think one of you, I think I read that kanji, Tano-san, right? You have my Instagram, but whatever. I'm in Tokyo, guys. If you guys do ever want to come out and kind of like hang out for a little bit, you can hit me up on Instagram, and more than happy to if the scheduling works out and the location works out. You know, I gotta work, and then I know you're busy too. So again, if everything works out, then let's do it. But go to Kai Senpai, and you can hit me up right there. Alrighty, cool. Just wanted to say that really quick with a little plug. You know, today's sponsor kind of thing is me. I'm sponsoring everything. I am here to help you guys, and by helping you guys, that is meeting you guys. Do you guys hear that? It's so loud. It's part of the problem with filming is the sound. Got to make sure there's a very quiet space in order for you guys to hear. But if I was to film outside in public, yeah, it gets noisy. You know, reality, right? Okay, Vet Meme says, watch a drama called The Office this week and try to understand their culture. Oh, yeah. That's a tough one. The Office is complicated because the humor... Yeah, I don't know if you should start with The Office. It's okay if it's too complicated. You got to go something a little more simple. You know, like when I was watching Japanese TV when I was in high school, I always liked Okamura-san, Nai no Okamura. One, I heard that he was speaking Kansai Ben, yeah, I can hear it. But two, he was more like gesture. わかる？なんか I could see that he was funny, even though I didn't understand Japanese. So when you watch a show, honestly, look, it's a spectrum, right? There's a lot of different things out there, but I believe in finding the worst or the best. So if you want to find the worst, I'm going to type it out. Look up this show, right? I put it in the comments right there. And this show, Beavis and Butthead, is kind of like the stupidest, simplest English possible. It's not for kids. It's an adult animation. I mean, not adult like that, but like it's for adults. The humor is more for adults, right? But watch that and see what you think. Because that's like stupid English. You're like, okay, that's too stupid. Well, okay, maybe we need something a little more challenging, right? But if you go to The Office, that's like pretty complicated humor. A lot of pranks, a lot of double meaning, you know, like that's what she said kind of jokes. And so it's like, yeah. Office is funny, though. I honestly think it's funny. That would be an interesting thing. Like, I remember watching TV shows with my friend, and this was just when TV shows were getting good, right? And so there's this show called Mad Men, and every week a new episode would come out, And at the time, I didn't have a TV because I was living in Tokyo and I was just kind of busy with life. Didn't have time for a TV. But this show is so good. I was like, dude, like, can I come over? Like, and he's like, yeah, yeah. So kind of, it was like a weekly club. You know what I mean? Like, we had like a TV watching session. And we would just sit on the sofa and just like watch TV. Order pizza, drink a beer. It's pretty fun. So, I think about things like that, and it would be fun, like if like we could all like watch a TV show together, because when I explain, if we're watching like The Office, for example, I can explain the jokes. It's no problem, You just have to be like, hey, what's he mean? I'm like, oh, yeah, okay, so that's a joke, and like I can explain it. So that'd be kind of interesting if we all watch TV together, but I don't know how technically we could do that because I don't know. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but literally that was just a thought that I just had. Maybe it's a good idea, maybe it's not. But this is why I'm live streaming, because talking with you guys gives me ideas and hopefully gives you guys inspiration. So thank you. パソコン持ってますか? Yeah. パソコン持ってますか? どれぐらいのサイズ? It's just a laptop, like a 15-inch. Really weak, actually. I need a better one, to be honest. I need a stronger one because editing all the videos, it's like slow. So I should probably buy a new computer, but I don't need to right now. It's very helpful, and I feel a sense of affinity. I think it's because I grew up in Oregon and Kai Senpai grew up in California. Yeah, definitely West Coast English is similar. And accents is really important, guys, because I remember I learned Japanese in Kansai, all right? I learned Japanese when I lived in Kyoto Prefecture, all right? So I moved to Tokyo like 5 years later. I still kind of, as a sense of identity, Kansai Japanese, Kansai dialect is very, a part of my home identity, if that makes any sense. So one night, as I was in Tokyo, I was at a cafe / record store, and the two guys next to me were speaking in Kansai Japanese, but their accent was so similar to what I heard in Maizuru. I kind of was like, guys, wait, hold on. Are you from Maizuru? ちょっと勝手に、すいません。Maizuru の人ですかみたいなね。いや、違います。兵庫県。実家は兵庫県とか。So I was like, oh, that makes sense. Because this sounds familiar. This feels familiar. And that's what accent can do. So if I'm talking in a way that like you resonate with, then cool. Like, I think that's really cool. And I appreciate that. I was talking with somebody the other day. Not sure if she was Japanese or American, but she was definitely speaking American English. And we were talking about how basically if you're from California, we kind of don't really care where we're from. Does that make sense? Like, oh, you're speaking a California accent? Oh, you must be Californian. Like no matter what you look like, or you're Asian or you're European, or you know what I mean? Like it doesn't matter. Like if you're speaking with a California accent, people just kind of assume you're from California. And Californians are cool like that. I honestly think this. So this is just my opinion. Maybe I need to go to New York to verify things, but like California has a different culture. And I would say it's a little more welcoming of all types of people. So honestly, I recommend California English to anybody because, like, one, it's cool. Two, go anywhere in the world and people recognize California English because of Hollywood and stuff. And then three, yeah, because of the cultures. Like anybody speaking with a California accent, like, oh, people just assume you must be Californian. So you can do it. You know, like, I'm from Japan. Like, so? Talk like you're from LA. Yeah. Like, でも最近、まあいい、日本語でもいいですか？だって、まあ、日本語使ってますよね。ちょっとね、でも本当に恥ずかしくなっちゃうんだけどね。俺の日本語が、いや、アメリカ人に聞こえるか、日本人に聞こえるか、どっちやって感じですね。で、自分の日本語を聞くと、まあ、なんだろうね、わかんない。アメリカ人に聞こえないと思うんだけどね。でもやっぱアメリカ人に聞こえる。なんか今日気がついた最初を、ちょっと日本語でちょっと言ってみようと思って、like、あ、ほら、なっちゃってる。慣れてない。錆びてる。やばい。はあ、でも疲れちゃうと、俺の日本語の訛りが、まあ、俺の日本語が壊れちゃうって感じですね。わかる？最初の10分、20分って頑張って日本人みたいにもう喋ってるんですけれども、疲れちゃって、なんだろう。俺のアメリカの、影響、アメリカ英語の影響がちょっと移っちゃうんじゃないですか。日本語に、俺の日本語に、俺の喋り方に。だから、なんだろうね。ちょっと、やっぱ、日本語の先生と話した方がいいですかね。いやー、逆にね、カイ先輩が日本語のレッスンしてどうですかね。なんか面白いですかね。そういう動画って。まあわかんないけどね。だって俺の日本語どうでもいいんじゃないですか。これは英語の教育チャンネルだから。まあ、I appreciate you guys listening. Sometimes it's kind of therapeutic for me just to talk, and I appreciate it, especially in a live stream, just because like I don't want to deal with editing and stuff like that. But yeah, this channel isn't about me. A lot of it. It's complicated when people recognize you on the street. Okay, I'm getting used to it. When I tell my friends that's what happens, they just don't believe me. So it's really hard to kind of like find somebody that understands my situation. Maybe if I talk to other famous people, they'll understand what I'm saying. But I don't hang out with famous people, guys. Not on a normal basis. When I was a fashion model, I was actually hanging out with famous people. But I can't be a fashion model unless I have a visa. Do you guys see the problem that I have? Like, if I had a visa, I could be going to auditions again, and I can get onto TV, and I can get into movies, and then I can be in other things that you guys would definitely see. You know what I mean? But unless I have a visa, I can't actually do those kind of like collaborations. So if there was a way to get a visa, oh, that's right, to get a job, right? But if I get a job, then I can't do the editing for the videos that I actually want to make, right? So one of the things, well, you know, there is the marriage route, but like I'm not gonna marry somebody for a visa. That's just not who I am. So I'm not gonna do that. So it really leaves the only thing is that I just have to get my marketing visa. But that's a whole other story. But guys, you don't even know. If I could get on TV and stuff like that, oh my God, it'd be so fun. It'd be so much fun. But I digress. OK。ドキドキ関西人に聞こえる。俺マジありがとう。I think most people from New York have strong accent. Yeah, it's funny because New York is not capital. Yeah. Honestly, though, I've only been to New York once. And when I went, I was shocked when I actually heard two New York cops. They had like mustaches, kind of like mine, but they were kind of fatter. And I swear to God, they were speaking in a real New York accent. And I think up till that time, I was like 24 or something at the time, 23, 24. I had only heard a New York accent on TV or in the movies. So I was like sitting there in reality, looking at these people, and I was like, oh my God, this is they're really talking with a New York accent. And I'm in New York. It was like the craziest, surreal experience. It looked like they were faking it. Does that make sense? It just didn't seem real. So anyway, I don't have a lot of experience with New York. I should go to New York one day, definitely. Try to make a video. Speaking. And a different culture, so. 教材英語を聞きたいです。話せますか。教材英語聞きたいです。話せますか? Not exactly sure what you're saying, but yeah. 名護。アメリカが広いからね。広いからだね。そうですね。So, yeah, America's kind of too big. And, oh God, I don't even want to tell this story, but whatever. A guy yesterday was trying to tell me about America. And I was just like, dude, America is just too big. You can't say saying you're an American isn't saying much. Does that make sense? You're not really revealing too much, because I guarantee you somebody from Mississippi and somebody from California have different experiences, like really different experiences. So it's really hard just to say, hey, America, anymore. Like it's no longer useful. It's no longer a word that has much meaning. I mean, it has a little meaning, because when I say I'm an American, that means I'm not European and I'm not Japanese. You know, there's some meaning in that. But it would be more helpful, be more specific if I say I'm from California. Then when you say that has, you can read a lot into that. There's a lot of information packed into that word, California. So this is just kind of like the evolution of our understanding. So when we talk about America, you're really not talking about anything, because New York, if you want to talk about New York, then we have a conversation. You want to talk about like LA, now we have a conversation. But you just say America, it's just too big, too broad, and not useful for the collective understanding of what's happening right now in our society. So, you know, I digress. But yeah, it's too big. And that's why I try to focus on California, or California English, right? Because that has meaning and it's powerful. So I felt weird when I heard the word coffee in New York. Coffee? Like, I don't know. I can't do it. Coffee. I can't do it. So I don't ask me to do a New York accent, but it's different. That's all I can say. Totally different. Like I said, one day maybe I could go to New York and like make an example video of that, and I think that would be kind of cool. But I digress. Guys, thanks for watching. I think it's been an hour, and that's been a long time, and I appreciate your time. I think that I would rather be live streaming from a different location, to be honest, but I just wanted to make sure you guys heard what I'm saying. But maybe I could do some other live stream where I show you, I don't know, reality, if that makes any sense. So thanks for hanging out. Thanks for all the conversation. Thanks for spending some time with me. そんな感じですよね。はい。I really do appreciate your time. I don't know if you're if you're watching on your phone or you're watching on the computer, but I do appreciate your time. There's not much else to say. If you guys do wanna maybe hit me up on Instagram, you can go to the Instagram right there. Feel free to follow me on Instagram. Of course, you guys are here on YouTube. You'll see the next video that I make. Hopefully I can upload one in the next within the next 2 weeks, hopefully. And we'll see what happens, because this is an ongoing conversation with you guys, and this is an ongoing mission to be able to like give you the information that you guys need to become bilingual sooner than later. Anywho, again, thank you so much. I'm going to end the live stream here, and I will talk to you later. Maybe I'll talk to you tomorrow. Maybe I'll talk to you the next day. I don't know. And if you guys can predict the future, then let me know. But otherwise, yeah, I'll be editing tomorrow, and I'll be editing the next day. Maybe I'll film Wednesday or Thursday. I don't know. We'll see. But again, thank you guys for your time, and I'm out of here. Have a good one. Have a good night, and peace. Oh, wait. Now I need to know how to stop this. Hold on. It's a new camera. Did I tell you? And I'm kind of testing it. Did I mention that? So yeah, it seems to be working, right? The camera works. Good. And I think I pressed stop.